Scorpio, welcome back. Welcome if you are new. This will be your weekly Scorpio Sun, Moon, and Rising tarot reading energy update. I do consider all these readings to be timeless, so whenever you're guided here, just trust that it is the right time for you. And let's see, I think I'm going to start with the Lenormand deck, actually. And then I think we'll go with the after tarot. So this is the Lenormand Slavic folklore deck. Messages for my Scorpios. Just connecting in with my guides, my angels, the ancestors. May these cards represent the highest order of truth and bring clarity. We got the rodent in reverse. Oops. Why does it seem so dark? The rodent in reverse. So this is letting go of some insecurities. The rodent upright speaks to worries and weaknesses, insecurities. So in reverse, there could be an idea that comes in. It's just this light bulb, kind of like, it just feels like an idea that comes in. It could take a little bit of time. This reminds me kind of like of a snail, just from this position where it just reminds me of moving slow. There's an idea that comes in. What number is that? 23, which breaks down to a 5. 5 symbolizes change, transformation. Maybe that's a little better. For my Scorpios. Scorpio, thank you. And then we got the book also in reverse. So the book speaks to knowledge, truth, research, wisdom, education, knowledge, information. So there's something that you weren't seeing, okay? With both these in reverse, there's something that you weren't seeing. However, let's get into it. Let's go deeper. Let's see what comes out. I don't want to make any assumptions. On the bottom, yeah, I was gonna say, you guys, however, there's something coming in. I just feel like this light is really standing out to me. And then on the bottom, we've got the letter, which is literally communication, news, messages, ideas, right? Okay, for my Scorpios. Ooh, I feel like this reading is gonna be interesting. I'm gonna go with the Energy Oracle. My Scorpio this week. Oh, where'd it go? Okay. We got indecision in reverse. Yeah, it's time to... I just feel like there's clarity coming. I just feel like there's light coming. There's understanding coming. Something's being revealed, or there's something. Pay attention to your intuition, Scorpio. Happy birthday, by the way, Scorpios. Yeah, the goddess of the moon speaks to trusting in your intuition, trusting in your inner light, your inner world. 52 breaks down to a 7, which is a very analytical number. You could be really in your head right now. 8 reminds us of the connection of all things. Well, what number was this one? 10, which is a completion. So this cycle is wrapping up. You're beginning a new cycle, and excuse me, I'm just gonna drink my coffee. Yeah, communication could have been kind of rough, or this could even there might be something in the throat chakra that could be cleared out. The action card wanted to come out. It's time to take action. It's time to get over your indecisiveness, and I feel like there is success coming for you. But it's also about wrapping things up. We got 29, which breaks down to an 11. As I'm recording this, today is 11/11, which is a day of spiritual awakenings, of trusting in your intuition, of receiving the guidance that we have available to us from our ancestors, from these energies, the angels. Okay, now it's gonna get good. We had some deceit here, and I'm gonna pull some tarot. On the bottom, we've got number 23, which also breaks down to a 5, change, transformation, metamorphosis. And then 25, which breaks down to another number 7, which is, again, very in your head, analytical. So this could be real or imagined with all the mental energy here. But there's definitely some kind of deceit, some feeling of restriction, feeling of, and this could be self-imposed restrictions even. So just keep that in mind. On the bottom, we do have the appreciation card. This could be a reminder, you know, to fall into gratitude. The more that you can be in a place of gratitude, and we're in November now, as I'm recording this, right? This is the time to pay tribute to our ancestors, to pay tribute to all of the beautiful things that we have to be grateful for. And the more that we spend in this vibration of gratitude, the more things that we will find that we have to be grateful for. Okay, that's facts. All right, let's get some tarot out here for my Scorpio, Sun, Moon, and Rising. We've got the 6 of Cups. So this speaks to, this is an energy of harmony. It's an energy of memory. There's also children, there could be children involved, doesn't have to be, but this I think has to do with your past, in some kind of memories coming up, or even just you responding based on a past. This is about like inner child healing, maybe looking at, you can look at your triggers or things that upset you and see if you can relate it back to a time in your childhood, right? Was there something that happened in the childhood that triggered that same emotion? And if so, what was it? And how can you look at that? How can you dissect that? And then what I like to do, and I'll do this too, like if something like negative happens in my day, something I didn't want to happen, something traumatic, I will revisit my day. I'll go through my whole day in my head before I go to sleep, and then I will change what happened. Like I will, and it seems to release the energetic charge some. So that could be something that you could do. You could just go in and you can relive that memory, except change it to how you would have liked it to go, or how the best outcome would have been. And what that does then, and you might have to do it a couple times, really ingrain that ending that you want. And what that does is changes things on an energetic level, so that next time that trigger comes up, that's not going to be your response. That emotion won't be your response anymore. Instead, it'll be whatever you replaced it with. Hopefully that makes sense. On the bottom, we've got the 8 of Wands. There's movement forward here. There's momentum. I feel like there's help from Spirit coming in for you, Scorpio. Trust in your intuition, okay? You are water energy. You have heightened intuition. Make sure that you're honoring it and you're listening to it, okay? paying attention to the signs, the synchronicities, the messages from your angels. Connecting with your angels could be really beneficial this week. Let's look at this all tied up card. What is this all tied up card for my Scorpios? Oh, shit. Yeah, it feels like mental energy. So like I was kind of feeling earlier, these issues could be real or imagined, or some of both, right? Our fears would be an imagined, you know, it's like, let's get a couple more. It just feels like a lot of mental energy getting in your own way, or you know, your mind kind of getting the best of you. But we have the 10 of Cups here. It's gonna, look, they're getting through the rain, but on the other side of the rain is this happy life, this happy family, this joyful, you know, 10 of Cups is emotional mastery coming in here, and contentment and fulfillment, feeling good. So what is it that you need to be free from? What is it my Scorpios need to be free from? Ooh. The Knight of Swords. Rushing in, assuming, or rushing into fight, right? The Knight of Swords is like rushing into battle. He doesn't think he's going to win. He doesn't think he's wrong. He doesn't think he's going to lose. Right? Again, with a lot of mental energy here. You might have to kind of check yourself, Scorpio. And I mean that in the kindest way possible. It's like, I mean, we all go through shit, you know? We're human and we're having these experiences. But there is some kind of mental energy. I don't know if it's like worry or fear, something making you feel struck, a limitation, or a feeling of needing to fight or battle. There could be children involved. It doesn't have to be, but that 6 of Cups is really standing out to me. Okay. And this card did want to come out in reverse. Somebody is not very giving. This is a closed off energy with the 4 of Pentacles in reverse. But there's an opening here. I feel like there's a need. Yeah, it just feels like there is some kind of truth being exposed. There is some kind of light. The moon is illusions being shattered. This is about letting go of or getting prepared to let go of any kind of bad energy that you've been hanging on to. This is about moving forward in a more positive way. Okay, there's a feeling here of needing to protect yourself. But honestly, I think you just really need to work hard and be determined and work on your goals. It feels like an opening, or a potential for an opening. A successful opening. Let's look at this deceit. What is this deceit energy for my Scorpios? Yeah. Okay. Let's get into the tea. Actually, this is getting a little interesting. So we're gonna get the spicy cards. These are available on my TikTok shop, by the way, if you are interested in purchasing these. All right, for my Scorpio, what's the tea? Tell me about this 3 of Swords. We got moving on. Thank you. Next. And dirt digging, looking for dirt on you, or vice versa. You looking for dirt on them. What is this deceit? Somebody's got a broken heart with the Three of Cups out here. Three of Swords out here. Somebody could be really in their feelings right now, really hurt. Somebody could just be fed up, right? Like the indecision in reverse is like, I'm done. Especially with the moving on. It's like, I'm done going back and forth. Like, this honestly has been taking too much energy, too much battling. Somebody has been, let's look at this card actually. What is this Four of Pentacles reversed out here for? I'm getting kind of stalker-ish vibes, honestly. Somebody's been doing research on you, studying you. Ooh. Somebody could be trying to take you. With the Bankrupt card, is this giving kind of like scammer? With the looking you up. Be careful, you guys. Be careful of who you're allowing in your life at this time. As well as, I mean, somebody could be bankrupt. This could be you, this could be them, and this could be where this lack mentality, when you're dealing with bankruptcy, oftentimes there's some kind of lack or limiting thoughts that that started that process. So you may want to go into some of your limiting thoughts. You could join me on my mental detox that I started this week, where I'm just being very intentional with my thoughts and with my energies and what I'm allowing in my field, such as like media. I'm cutting all of that this week, and I'm getting really ingrained and focused into manifestation of my goals. So that's what I'm, really, I've been reading a lot, things that will magnify my goals, anything that will, you could put affirmations up on your mirrors. Check it out on my YouTube channel if you are interested. I've got a couple video series of the mental detoxes that I do if you're interested, all free. But this is that energy where I was getting earlier, like there's something from your memories or some flashbacks, trauma, side effects. It feels like something from the past lingering, and this could be affecting your money even, Scorpio. Okay, because if you are in this place where you're constantly feeling like you're tied up, like you're restricted, like you can't move, right, then you can't be free to create, you can't be free to invest or to make money even. Okay. We got same shit, different day. Something needs to change. If you want to change something, you gotta change something. Okay, Scorpio. So it's time to try something new. We got wolf in sheep's clothing underneath. Yeah, you're dealing with someone, Scorpio, that's, kind of shisty, not gonna lie. Like, it feels like they aren't who they claim to be, or they're just on some F-boy shit, really. I'm gonna use the Angels card. Let's see, any advice? Ooh. Where'd you go? We got the Magician. It's time to take your power back. This is the Angel of Magic. The Magician knows how. You are the magician. Just saying. And you are creating your reality. Okay? We all are. There's just different levels to this shit, right? So some of us create in a more conscious way. Who was it? I think it was Dr. Joe Dispenza said, where would you like to be in 5 years? Would you like to just kind of wing it and end up wherever? Or would you rather map it out and have a good idea of where you want to go? And that's what the Magician does. And it's what we all have this power, right? And this could be to our benefit or to our detriment. Because if we're somebody who is very negative, always complaining or worried, then we're going to manifest more of that. And on the flip side, if we're a super positive person, or if we can train ourselves to be, right? Because oftentimes we're not, because we're so ingrained with society, and the norms are like literally low vibrational crap, right? Putting ourselves down, doubting ourselves, saying we can't do something, yada, yada, yada. But you can reprogram all of that. That's the good news. Okay, so the Magician knows how to use all of the elements to his benefit. So maybe you want to connect with the elements this week. I'm just getting this kind of very magical vibe for you, where some synchronicities come in, or you I don't know, it just feels like a magical week for you, Scorpio. There definitely could be some big shifts, some things that you notice, if you're paying attention. If you are too consumed with this worry or this deceit or being tied up or restricted, then, well, that's what you're going to notice more of. So I understand there's uncertainty here. I get it. But you have to decide, what is it that you want? Are you gonna, do you want the same shit? Or do you want something different? Okay. We got the Six of Pentacles here. This is the law of reciprocation. What you put out is what you get back. Okay. It's a law of giving and receiving. There could be a lack of trust. This could be something that maybe you want to work on, being more trusting with the universe, which sometimes can be difficult, especially if you are unsure or you don't know what's going to happen, right? It's like, how can I be positive when I have A, B, and C going on? Well, it's fake it till you make it. And I'm telling you, I wouldn't be on here preaching about it if it didn't actually work. I never understood the whole concept of faking it till you make it. Like, what do you mean? Until I realized the weight of our words and how powerful we actually are, and how I was creating my own victimhood. I was literally creating my own demise. I kept saying, oh, can it get any worse? Can it get any worse? And it did every single time, until I changed my tone and started saying, it's got to get better. And as soon as I did, it started getting better. Okay, so be very conscious of your words this week, Scorpio. You are a very magical being, and you are creating. Okay, it's time to create some healing. Take the time that you need, at least 20 minutes a day. Okay, and just, I mean, I would say upwards, more like an hour, 2 hours even, if possible, to dedicate to your healing, to dedicate to clearing your mind of all of this mental stuff that you have going on, and just allow yourself to let it go for 15 minutes, 20 minutes. Okay, set timer, or put on a guided meditation on YouTube. Just type in YouTube guided meditation, and you can even say for trust, or for uncertainty, or for abundance. Okay, there's so many, and they all have different tones and different, do it. I promise you, you start dedicating more time to your inner world and to your mental, it will make a big difference. okay? You got to get out of some of this lack. And even if this isn't you, this is somebody else, you're still attracting them and allowing them in your life. So that says that there's still a lesson there. Okay, this is a lesson in lack or limitation. Okay, it's a lesson in abundance and worthiness. So in clearing your mind, it's kind of like putting your subconscious on a leash. Dr. Joe Dispenza says you're telling it to sit and stay, and then you're taking your power back. Why? Because all of those anxieties, those worries, those thoughts, it's being told to sit down, and you're taking your power back. You are claiming, nope, that's enough. For this next 15 minutes, we're going to be quiet. And keep in mind, we're human. Thoughts are going to come in. Okay, some days will be easier than others. Just, a thought comes in, and I love the metaphor. Just notice it kind of like a cloud moving through, and just allow it to pass. And then bring yourself back to silence. Okay, it's the practice of it. It's the practice of bringing yourself back that really matters. Okay, so even if you're sitting there 15 minutes and like the whole 15 minutes a thought comes in, it's the practice of you saying, nope, let it go, bring it back to stillness. That is what matters, okay? And after a while, it does get easier. I should say some days, because I still have days where, it's a lot, but it's the practice of it that counts, because you're connecting with your subconscious and you're giving it a command, you're giving an order. It's kind of like a computer system, and you're like, pause, right? And that's an update. That would be like, it would be like an update as well, okay? I'm sure you've heard when you're sleeping, your body heals the most, right? Well, meditation's very similar, because you're resting your body, you're not moving, and you're also connecting with your mind in taking yourself, and what happens is you go to the void, right? The void is that place between time and space, and it's the place of pure potential. Okay. It's in that place where that gentle, subtle voice of spirit can be heard. It's an amazing paradox. It's through the stillness, through the silence. Okay. There could be a lot of drama around you. The King of Swords come out a lot. There definitely could be, but you have the power to calm your mind. You have the power to bring yourself back to stillness, to choose to respond versus react. And you also get to choose who you allow in your space, period. If people aren't resonating, we got 2 wands. This is action. Knight of Wands is following your fire. Okay, and I think that's the second time actions come out. Or it started to come out in the beginning, I think. Yeah, it's time to stop being on the fence. You know what you need to do, Scorpio. Okay, you've been reliving this crap, and where is it getting you? It's time to move forward. Okay, if you needed to hear it, I'm saying it. It's time to move forward. Okay, start here. Start in the mind. Start by getting your mind in a very calm place. I'd say at least for a week, practice this, and then if possible to hold off on the decision for about a week. See where this takes you. Okay? See what you can remember. 6 of Wands. Recognition. What you recognize as truth. Yeah, that's my invitation for you, Scorpio. Take this week, and I would even do it. I would challenge myself to do it for 21 days, just because this is such a good habit that you want. Okay? Create this habit. 21 days it creates a habit in neurologically. Okay? So if you take 15 minutes, put it in your phone, set an alarm for a good time of the day, where you can just let go, or maybe even a couple times a day. I like to meditate first thing when I wake up. I like to meditate like 3 times a day, but as often as you can. You will not regret it. Okay. Right when you wake up, right before you go to sleep, are the 2 times that you're very connected to subconscious, a really powerful time of manifestation. But set a timer for 21 days. 21 days, it'll be a habit. Okay, you won't have to think about it again. It will just be automatic. And I promise this will be so good for you. It really will. It will help you to get your mind back. Okay, it'll help you to gain some independence. It'll help you to be able to think more clearly. It'll help you to get more shit done, because you'll be able to think more clearly. You'll be able to prioritize your time in a much clearer way. You'll be able to communicate with others in a much clearer way. You'll be more calm, more at peace overall. Okay, not to mention meditation heals. Okay, so it's time to step into your peace. Don't forget you're not alone, okay? You have angels and guides with you, and you can connect with them at any time. Let's get you one more card real quick. I just want to get you a Sacred Rebel card for advice. My Scorpio, Sun, Moon, and Rising, what advice do I have? Scorpio. No advice? Let's do it again. Scorpio. All right, these both came out. We got faith in the process, and what you want wants you. So this speaks to the law of attraction, and it also speaks to what is possible. Okay, what I want wants me. I am open, willing, and capable to receive it through unconditional love now. You know, there is I truly believe that we are living in this kind of like holographic timeline where there's all these timelines taking place at once, and I truly believe that all we have to do is get ourselves into alignment with what we want. But if you've been shamed or judged or made feel guilty over your natural desires or pleasures in any way, you may develop kind of a tricky, complicated relationship with the yearning of your heart, right? We learn to distrust our own desires and then come to believe that there's something to be avoided or that we need to overcome, and we may even want to try second best, right? Believing that not believing that we're worthy of our first choice, of what we really genuinely want and what would fulfill us, right? Maybe we've conditioned ourselves to believe that getting what we want is for others, not us. Okay, so trust in what you truly want. Not the substitutions and the make-dos, but what would truly bring a sense of passionate, playful purpose and fulfillment into your life. And you might not know anything more than, I want to sing, or I want to write, or I want to help animals, or I want to paint. Start with what you know and then hold it in your heart. Okay, if you genuinely do not know what your heart wants, then, you know, maybe enjoy the process of exploring your desires by making, you know, little inquiries of yourself. Ask what truly moves you. Okay, and give this matter consistent attention without forcing a response. Okay, your answers might come in like a flood or slowly trickle in over time. And then number 32, which also breaks down to that 5, which is change, transformation, faith in the process. Okay, no matter how powerful we are, no matter how much courage and strength that we have, there's times when we can't quite move ourselves along to the next phase of life or creative explorations. At times, we need some divine intervention, a little help in pulling our trolley along, so to speak. Right? When we're at the edge of our own limits and have no more personal resources, we might be left with only one spiritual power, that of faith. Fortunately, that is enough. And as unlikely as it may seem, the invisible help from the universe is often more powerful than the physical efforts of 1,000 men. Okay, that's because the invisible help's not limited by physical laws. It can shift and bend and move in ways that defy limitation. Okay, it can affect and evoke and influence situations through invisible but undeniably persuasive means. So you could be in a situation where you cannot set right the course of events all by yourself. Okay, and this isn't an indication that you've done something wrong, nor does it suggest that you're not strong enough, right? It's a sign that there's something bigger unfolding in your life, and your willpower will be supplemented by the power of life itself. So sometimes a bigger plan needs to manifest for the benefit of humanity and the earth, right? You need to shift your perspective to realize that you are part of the greater unfoldment of life, that your life serves the greater plan, that you're not separate from its genius. And that's what's happening now. You happen to be the instrumental to the greater plan. And so you need to accept your power and be moved while also being empowered and protected as you make, you know, your own personal progress through your role in that grander scheme. Right? It's time for humility and trust. You need complete faith. Faith in the processes and the events that are happening. There's nothing to worry about, okay? You're going to be moved most fully and easily with the most grace and assistance through your faithful surrender. And ironically, it's only through that complete surrender and total faith that we become most empowered. Right? When we're no longer trying to impede the perfection of the greater plan, then we become aligned with and moved by the process. Having faith in the benevolence of life rather than harboring any kind of like suspicion that life's trying to catch us out or have our joke at our expense or carelessly kind of toss us about as though we mean nothing. You know, we can relax a little. Having faith in the process gives you space to be curious about what's taking place and to relax, right? To relax enough to be open to whatever you're most need of, even if you're not exactly sure what that is or how it can happen. Okay, this guidance from this oracle comes direct from the greater source of life itself. Okay, there's now an opportunity for you to be moved from the situation that you're currently in to the next chapter in your life story, but you can't do it on your own. It's too big of a shift. It needs the grace of life to intervene on your behalf. Okay, you will need faith. Okay, you might feel as though the wheels are coming off a little bit or that it's a bit rickety, but You have to understand that the voice of life is now coming straight to your heart with this message. You have resources. Spirit has resources that you don't know about. Okay, it is safe to trust in your ways and in your wisdom. Okay, Spirit loves you and is guiding you into all that is rightfully yours. Know what is rightfully yours and what your heart truly desires, and then you don't have a need to fear any loss. Okay, nothing that's meant to come to you will be denied, and it's going to be safe for you to let go and allow Spirit to move through you. Okay, through faith, peace is restored, and you're able to know this. And perhaps even have some fun in the process. You can say this out loud. It's a quick little healing process. I ask that, here, I'm going to show it to you. I ask that all disappointing experiences of the past that have led me to believe that life is not trustworthy, or that faith is a silly or immature way to deal with life, be released from my mind, body, and heart. I ask for help to accept that I can and will attract all that is needed in my life at the perfect time and in the perfect way. I ask to be empowered to absolutely receive all that can assist me with gratitude and without shame or guilt. In doing so, I dedicate myself to be a clear, loving, open channel for the flow of life. I know the benefit in doing so is not limited to me, but will flow so that life can benefit others through me. I trust in this now through unconditional love, so be it. And you can repeat that if you need to. Write it down even. Take a picture. I don't give a I'm just kidding. I love you guys so much. Thank you for liking, sharing, commenting, subscribing. Make sure you hit that notification bell if you'd like to be notified of upcoming videos. Until next time, you guys take good care. I love you guys.